This is probably my favorite part of the day. Fantastic. Morning coffee. About to go pick up the guys quickly. Chidlers and Emmanuel. So let the day begin. Patrick is planting there in the back this morning. Joshua opening the chickens. Glad to have an extra hand to open the chickens, then I can show you how they start running as soon as they get open. We struggling with the gate, I think. You can open, Joshua. Just pick it up. Yeah, just like that, exactly. So we have some food scraps on the compost heap, and they've been showing more interest. You can see how they've been digging here and there. But still, most of the day, as soon as they let out, they start running for the stable still. So you'll see them now. They'll start running. The rooster might be on top there crowing. That will be cool. The kids came running this morning as I opened the car door, or as I pulled in. They were so happy to see me. The personalities have changed, or the let's say the approach to me has changed completely. They were once very scared to speak to me and to approach me, and now all of a sudden they are very happy every time I pull up. See that? It's almost like they eat a whole berry. They eat the whole berries. How amazing is that? These blueberries, they are going to be crapping blue for a couple of days, that's for sure. Eats a whole berry without blinking. It's the first time in a long time that they've spent so much time on the compost heap. Normally they just start running for the stables and go to the animals' food that's been spilled. Kids have also started playing with the dogs more. They're very scared of the dogs when they first arrived. Morning Moremi, how are you? Are you ready for the day? Lekker. Wat is dit, Joji? Wat is dit, Joji? His name is DOG. DOG. Say DOG. DOG, that's it. There you go. There you go. He's a happy dog. We had very little staff the last couple of days. Lucas and Matthew has been sick. Patrick has been away. Yesterday we only had basically Moremi on the farm because Ims was yesterday off of his making food things. So today we have Patrick back, which is grand. Manette says before she plants in the veld, she really wants to get into this garden and do some things that she believes needs to be done. I really like that idea that she's taking charge of where she wants to work and what she wants to do. She feels that we should harvest some of the onions and we should put in some tomatoes, which I think is grand. Marcel has got problems with her teeth, so she wants to go to the dentist today. She's been off yesterday as well. So it's been slow, but we're making progress, I think. Slowly but surely. The kids are in the recycle yard now. I saw them running there. I think Ben is probably the leader of the pack there. They're making problems in the recycle yard. Big beet harvesting thing happening this morning. We will be processing beets and beets and beets. Patrick, you can just put all the beets in there.
All of them?
All of them. We are going to plant other things there. You can take everything out. There is so many beets. Different shapes and sizes. So some will be canned. Spoke to the town yesterday. They are very happy to receive beets. Different people's got different plans with them. So this is going to be a profitable venture for us, the beets, definitely. It will also help Manette, and we will now be processing beets today. Big beet processing going on this morning. Sorting them a little bit according to sizes, so we can see if we can them or sell them bigger. We've got a couple of people that wants, and then we are going to can for ourselves as well. This is 2.5 wheelbarrows filled with beetroots, and so there's still some lying out there. This is going to be a year's worth of beetroots. So on our recycle yard, I made a deal with the owner to collect bottles from him, basically for free. I give the lady that helps me every now and then, give her some spinach in return for her help. But he said all of a sudden it became more expensive to pack and transport the glass than it is to sell them. So we get bottles as much as we want, we can get here for free. I've been thinking of making like worm juices and selling that. I'm thinking I should be able to find very nice bottles in here to do that as well. If you start walking through here, then you see crazy nice bottles, and obviously this is the kind of bottles that we can use to put our beetroots in. So we have almost 100 of them now, some less usable than others, and we are going to be packing beetroots and onions and all sorts of things in there. Quickly want to show you the succession of pumpkins. So these guys are very happy in the morning, and in the evening, during the day, they look a little bit more sad. As you can see with the leaves curling over, it's just pure sunlight. This is the second heap. This one I didn't think was quite ready. I wanted to turn it once more, but when I wanted to turn it, Matthew planted it already, which is okay. The only thing that I'm now very scared of is we're in the grub section of time of the year, and so I pushed my hand in there twice to see what it looks like. This actually looks really well, and I found some grubs, you know, those big white, these ones, and so they are, but there's also, sorry, we missed the earthworm there. There's also earthworms, and you know, it's nice and black and everything, so I'm happy about that. I'm just scared to see what the grubs are going to do to the roots of these pumpkins. Are they big enough? Will the pumpkins live? What will happen? So that's going to be a nice experiment. Eames, if you can bring me a piece of plastic and we can cover this one, please. So this is the third one. I'm gonna try and cook it very well, to see if we can't keep the grubs out and kill whatever eggs there was inside. Grubs are fantastic for the compost, but I think they are going to be terrible for the pumpkins. So I'm watering it now. We're gonna cover it in plastic just to cook it, make it very, very, very hot, and then our fourth heap is this one. This is the new one. So every week we are currently building a new one. At the end of this week, this one will be done. I'll put the plastic over this one, and then we'll continue, and then every time one of them becomes ready, this one will plant in 2 weeks, this one will plant in 3 weeks. We also add biochar to it, and then we turn it twice a week, and that then charges the biochar. So that one actually became very, very powerful in a very short time, and I hope to do that all along the edge of the garden. And then as soon as these pumpkins have been harvested, then the rest of the compost goes into the garden. And that way, if we build a new compost heap every week, we'll have a new compost heap every week to add to the garden. So that's basically the idea, to get that done. Because I pick up my net and them at 5:45 in the morning, and they basically start work at 6. They go home early, and I have a couple of hours without them. I take them home at about 3 o'clock, just before 3. And so one of the things that we struggle today is to water everything that we planted. This is Beshy's camp. Beshy's dam is over there, and then this is the swale that we want to plant with a special mix of bambara nuts and peanuts and all sorts of other nice things. But these are the holes that we planted that we were scared Brenda is going to eat. Now it was actually quite covered in mulch, but because we made the earthworks a little bit more prominent, the planting pits you can almost say, the mulch has now been worked in, which is not ideal. Ideally we should have had the mulch on top and the soil below it, but hopefully it's going to be different. Donna, just leave it so it just free flows. Okay, so the boys have been tasked, because I still have some other people to take away and then some other appointments in town. These two boys have been tasked to go and quickly water each little hole by hand. Now the pumpkins have come up and the soil is not dry by any means. There's compost that we worked in there, and there's actually still some moisture left, but we might not have a chance to water them in the next day or two. So quickly just want to build up the water reserve and give them water now, even if it's just a little bit in each hole, and then that way we know there's a reserve for when we have to focus on the rest of the farm. We are planting like crazy at the moment, so watering is quite a challenge to water everything before the rain season starts. We want the plants to be strong already. Anyway, that's going to be the end of my story. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.